Looking high overhead, it would appear that canopies have become entangled, but that is not the case. These jumpers are actually performing a facet of the sport called canopy relative work. With the advanced aerodynamic design of these ram air parachutes, it is possible to fly one parachute right up to the hands of the other jumper without adversely affecting its flight characteristics. The formation you see overhead is called a tri-by-side. As the jumpers alter the flight direction of the canopies into the tri-by-side formation, the center jumper acts as the pilot, calling out commands to the outside jumpers who are actually steering the formation. Calling all commands from the middle, you may be able to hear the pilot as the jumpers near the ground. If you look closely, you will notice that these jumpers were strapped together. This is done so that the jumpers can steer the parachute with both hands, as well as holding the formation together with as little effort as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise as they bring it into the target area. Ladies and gentlemen, as the last jumper makes contact with the ground, this will conclude our first performance for the day. And on behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being such a warm and receptive.
About 10% of her full routine. We'll tell you a little bit about her now. We'll tell you a lot about her later on. She is the most accomplished and respected aviator in the world today. Patty Wagstaff, because of her accomplishments, is known around the globe for her championships in aerobatic competition, for her airshow flying, but also her ability to share that with people around the world. She grew up in Alaska, where her father was an international airline captain, Captain Bob Combs. At an early age, she did not have any fear of traveling around the world. She continues that even today when she goes over to Africa, where the park rangers and that government have purchased Hyper Super Cubs to patrol the area of the park rangers. She teaches them the art of tailwheel flying. Her headquarters is the oldest city in the United States of America on record. The clear skies and constant temperatures of St. Augustine. Hey, there you go. That rolls into night edge flight, stops upside down, rolls it back to opposite night edge flight, and then the ability of the airplane to withstand G's beats and sound with Air Force training and combat training to turn the aircraft around very quickly and dive it down for the entry for the next maneuver without taking a lot of time or without getting off stage to the left or right. Now watch this maneuver get a loop with a roll on the very top. Upside down, that's what you do, roll it on the top. Upside down, back to upside down. On the way back down, close to step on that smoke system. That's what we're known as. Great performance is a tribute to America and the national who proudly served her in the armed forces.
Are you recording? Okay. This entire time, at 12:32 and 7.
The aircraft is able to withstand 6 times the force of gravity. At a 90-degree angle. This is called the hair piece turning line. hard to a 90-degree bank, pulling the G's. He'll be coming back in to do what we call the victory roll. When he hits center stage, he'll start a roll. Depending on a lot of things today, it could be a single roll. They might get two on one and good Lord for two. Now this next one, I get a kick out of this next one. I don't know if you have what we call a roundabout in your hometown, but it's a new way of getting cars through intersections. But you got to be careful about who has the right of way in that roundabout. Four corners coming together. Cars on the right have the right of way, or the cars on the left have to wait. I still don't have. Anyway, it's tough enough to try to figure out when you're in the horizontal mode or flat on the earth. What I'm going to do is the hard way. He's going to do that traffic signal to the vertical. He's going around the circle. He's got to look to his left. Now, they have the right of way to drive. The guy on the right stopping. No, he's going. No, he's stopping. Now, Tom's doing it the hard way. Vertical, and he changed direction. He's almost through that traffic circle. So far, nobody has gotten in his way. No fender benders. Looks like he's going to make it. And there he is out the exit on the road he wanted. Give Tom a big round of applause again. He got through that traffic circle. That's what makes me every day. As he comes back around now, skimming off the top of the water, he's going to do a tight 360-degree turn. Fighter pilots like Tom flying the F-15 and now flying this mini jet. The father's saying if you can't turn tight, you can't fight. Meaning you can't enter a dogfight. So look at the small turn that Tom Larkin and the mini jet used. Pulling 6 G's on their 360-degree turn. That, my dear friends, is performance. Towards the rear of the aircraft, door will be open. It will remain open all the way up to a very chilly 12,500 feet above the ground. Relatively new aircraft for the Golden. Light up the skies and fill up the decibel level. Here comes Larkin, smoke on. So he's going to try to smoke Hayden. Hayden's going to try to smoke Larkin. Hayden's going to reach 25,000 horsepower. He is going to get locked up. Out comes the brake. All the way around because the ailerons were not effective. It just wasn't going fast enough. So Bill Boeing said, it takes a jet to refuel a jet. And he was right. His gamble paid off. 707 fuselage is longer and wider than the KC-135. Now the refueling boom is out and visible for your eyes and your cameras. For many years, the dependable Pratt & Whitney engine is what powered these aircraft and other civilian airliners as well. Technology changed, so now the 4 engines you see on the KC-135 are Ohio products. They're the General Electric CMS-56 engine, and the military tells us the racing vehicle. Both carries the Roman numeral 2. 286 pounds of thrust versus 25,000 horsepower. 12,500 pounds of thrust in afterburner. You know, Andy Crockett grew up in the home of hot rod in Southern California because of his heritage. Considered anything mechanical that could go faster from the age of 3 in motorized equipment, and then tweaking his own scooter at age 9. So go 27 miles per hour. Then getting a driver's license, putting 650 horsepower under the hood of his diesel truck. Every day, go to work airplane. Then, moving down with his grandfather in the small town of Texas, that's G-O-W. Enlisting after high school in the United States Air Force, a technician on some very sophisticated fighter and bomber